Am I the only one mesmerized by the beauty of the setting sun? I'm obsessed. I wish it lasted longer at this stage. However, it will set soon and night will surround us. Hi, welcome back to the farmstead. Earlier this month, my sister decided to buy Gabi a bunny. We decided to call her Jinny because she caught me off guard, so this bunny had to be her namesake. I mean, why not?
Baby Jinny, give baby Jinny to eat. Oh, hi Jinny. Yeah.
Be careful, Jinny is gonna bite your hand. You see, she's very hungry, right? Why are you crying, Nona? Are you okay? Why are you crying?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Okay, sorry. What do you want? What do
You want to go out? Why? Why? You want to go to Jinny? We are going to buy Jinny food, okay? Yeah, we are coming back home. Okay? Jinny must stay. No, listen. Jinny must stay because we have to go buy Jinny food. Oh my.
As the spring/summer progresses in Namibia, we have experienced very strong winds. On this specific day, I arrived home from work in the evening just to find that my greenhouse that I made, not a greenhouse but a shade net that I have made for the onions had collapsed onto the onions. It had actually destroyed some of my onions because the bricks also fell onto the onions. It was an indication that I should start harvesting some of them, especially those that are ready for harvesting. So that is just what I did. Meanwhile, while I was harvesting the onions, Jinny took it upon herself to come and explore the garden. She quickly took liking to the onion leaves, as seen right here. To date, this is one of her favorite meals, including my carrots, my beans, and I am very scared that she will somehow discover my squash and she will destroy it. I'm crossing my fingers that it doesn't go that far. Meanwhile, or in the meantime, I am quite happy to just allow her hang in the garden and snip on whatever that she takes liking. So here you can see that I was removing a brick that had fallen upon the onions, and I was forced to take those onions, obviously because they were destroyed and they wouldn't grow anymore. I also took some time to show Jinny some love, much to her liking. I really love that she's so gentle and she's not really fussy. So Amaram is able to enjoy her and without me worrying. Now that we had new onions freshly coming out of the garden from our second bed, it was finally time to preserve all the onions that we harvested from onion sets because I realized that the middle or the mid parts of the onions were not looking that good, and especially those that had bolted. So here you are seeing me just slicing up all those onions and putting them in the oven tray, and then we will allow them to air dry or sun dry. And as you can see there, I didn't really separate the white from the red onions. I dried all of them together, and so we are going to blend them up together without segregating them by color. And these onions were harvested, I think in July, August. I don't remember anymore, but they kept us quite well fed, they were more than enough. Some of those were quite small, and probably why I didn't use them until this moment, because I'm not really a fan of very small onions. I want my onions to be nice and big because I just find them not too much work like the small ones would be. Since I had quite an amount of onions still left, this took a little bit of time, but when I was done, I just decided that I was going to clean up. So all those peels, first I had to put them on the table just to see if I'm leaving any onions behind. And then when I ascertained that there was nothing, I then cleaned up because I love to clean up along the way. I don't like it when messes pile up in the kitchen when I'm working. And then I ended up with one tray full, and I will then allow them to air dry or sun dry on my porch, whichever one ends up being suitable. So I use this bed inside our garage to hang some of my herbs. So this is a bunch of coriander. As some of you know by now, my family don't really have that soapy taste of coriander palette. So we are drying out our herbs. And this is a small bunch of parsley. I really love parsley, but we didn't have quite as many plants of parsley as we did of coriander. So yeah, but anyways, I am drying them out here in the garage. It's well ventilated, so they are just chilling. By this point, Jinny had become a regular in the garden. On this specific day, she was still busy going on with the business. We had Omagana's friend Mia come over to harvest onions and spinach with her, but we first had to get rid of Jinny because Mia was really scared of her. So here we are harvesting onions with her. She was excited, however, she constantly got distracted because she kept trying to see where Jinny was, because you can see she's really scared of her. She didn't like her at all. When we were done harvesting the onions, we went to harvest some spinach because her auntie says she really loves spinach, but you can see she still kept looking around to see where Jinny was. Mia and Omagano have been friends for a while now since we moved to this place, and Omagano really enjoys seeing her, although they don't see each other that often. It's a great friendship. So it's night time, and I was harvesting during the night. It's much cooler, you know, and you can see our red onions are coming along very well. Although their stems are not have not flopped yet, I harvested this one though it's early as compared to the white onions. But yeah, the garden is producing. It's really a fun time to be alive. The new tradition in my life right now is that whenever I harvest onions, I take advantage of blending up the leaves for onion powder, especially that the onions that are coming out of the garden right now looks really really good, and the leaf still looks okay. So here I am just working away while I am chatting to my sister. So So the way I usually do this is cut up the onion leaves in chunky pieces. I then just blend everything while pushing it down with a spatula so that it can blend evenly. After that, I then remove the mixture and put it on a tray. And when I am done with all my leaves, I put it in a well ventilated spot to dry. 3 days later, this is what my mixture is looking like. So you can see that it's nice and green, but you can see that one specific piece that was hit by sun ray. You can see another one under there. For me though, I was just excited that they were dry. Those are my onions. Guys, they ended up really shrinking down. You cannot believe these are the same onions that were a tray full. Now they have really shrunk down. Time to blend up that mixture. So at the end of the day, I ended up with the same mixture as per the video that I recorded some week or 2 weeks ago. If you have not checked it out yet, please do so. And then I decided it was time to also blend up the onions. So there I am blending them up. They didn't really give me much of a powder like the onion leaves, obviously because the onion leaves were a lot, and after shrinking, the onions themselves didn't really amount to much. So that's what I ended up with. There is the onion powder. I actually used another recycled container, but you can see the green under there is the onion leaves, and the whitish on top is the onion powder. So I mixed them, but this time without salt. Last week we harvested all these peppers together. You can see that specific one I removed the seeds and then tried to dry it because I wanted to see how they are going to dry. Here I am drying or attempting to go dry the rest because the other one dried up really nicely. So I used a scissor to split them open. I then snipped off the stem part and then I deveined and removed all the seeds from the paprikas and all the other peppers. So as I was working, I was putting some of the seeds that I want to save in one container, but the ones that didn't really look good at the stems, I added to another. You can see that I'm not using gloves. This is actually because all my peppers in that pepper bed had turned out to be sweet peppers, except from the 3 that have not produced fruits yet. So I'm not sure what those are going to be. And I have planted Tabasco peppers. I'm expecting them to be somewhat hot because when I bought it at the nursery, the lady said they might be mild. So yes, but these ones are the sweet peppers. So that's why I'm also leaving some seeds behind. And I switched to deveining with a knife because it was much faster than the scissor. I don't know why I didn't think about it at the beginning, but it went way much faster
and I had a lot of peppers. The aim to do this is also to go dry these peppers. I am a fan of drying because it doesn't take much, like you don't need freezer space or whatever. It's just the sun and the air that God gives you. This is what I ended up with. So you can see that there's still quite an amount of seed. Like I said, I'm not bothered. And that plate there is the seeds that I am going to dry for planting next year. I hope I have no cross pollination. And then here are the seeds and the stems that are going to end up in the compost bin. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. Until next time. Bye bye.
Jinny? Jinny? Oh, hi, Jinny. Jinny. Oh. Say, take Jinny. Wow. Wow. Oh, Jinny is eating.
Spinach. Then what does Jinny eat, you guys? Jinny is gonna starve. Are you with it?